Okay.
Okay,
Hi,
just introduce yourself first and what you do.
my name is Richard Nowak. I'm a learning consultant for Teradata Corporation, the largest manufacturer of data warehouses in the world. I've traveled to 35 countries and 300 North American cities. I have worked for Teradata for over 20 years, and I report directly to the leadership team.
All right, and as part of the business, you mentioned earlier that you do a lot of your own projects on the side as part of the business. It's a lot of venture.
Oh, one of the jobs that I have with working for the leadership team is when they come up with an idea that needs to be researched, developed. We have to look at cost effectiveness, efficiency, the best platform, the best vendor. They present that to me, and then it's my job to create the business plan for them to review to make a sensible decision about what's a good tool or opportunity for our company. So I'll do the research. I'll create the business plan.
Okay,
I'll create the proposal.
okay. So how much time and money and planning does it actually goes into creating the business plan, or before you decide to actually implement or open the business?
Well, like I mentioned earlier when we were talking, that we wanted to create a version of Facebook. This will
Mm-hmm.
be a good example. We
Yeah.
wanted to create a version of Facebook inside our firewall, basically a private Facebook for our own company employees. From the time that I was told to start looking for that tool till the time it was implemented was almost 12 months.
Okay.
The cost of doing that was pretty significant because each of the vendors that we selected as the final three had to produce some type of demo, which meant that they had to invest a lot of their resources in trying to get our business. As far as Teradata, my company goes,
Yeah.
the resources invested were my salary, which is significant. I
Mm-hmm.
like that, and the amount of time and effort that all of the directors and vice presidents had to put in to make these decisions.
Okay.
But
So
I don't know if I could put a dollar value on it without thinking about it more, but
yeah.
it wasn't cheap. Let's put it that way. A year of my time is not cheap.
No, I do not imagine that. But so in effect, were you creating your own, I guess, a split off part, or a business venture, or was it
What we did was we bought the product and then we customized it. We
okay?
implemented it and then we customized it to fit our needs. It's branded with Teradata. It basically operates and functions in a Facebook type fashion.
Okay. So
You know,
all the financing then came from
all
Teradata.
directly from corporate, yeah, from headquarters.
Okay, and
I also have another company, a private company that I'm developing applications for or apps for devices like smartphones and stuff like that.
okay,
But that's not what I do for my main job. That's just a side.
okay,
And I've developed a product right now called Goggles. And basically, what it does is, for people who wear glasses and use iPhones or smartphones and tablets,
mm-hmm.
they have to wear their glasses. If you put your prescription in on my app, it automatically changes the screen to optimize it so you don't have to wear your glasses.
That's a pretty good idea. I like
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
But
And I also developed another product that will automatically charge batteries using Wi-Fi,
wow. Okay.
which is really clever.
Yeah. That's a pretty good one too. You better be careful who you tell those
But
ones
those are
to.
side things.
But
Oh, I've got them already written. I've got the business plans already done, and I'm working. Actually, Google's talking to me about the screen thing
wow.
because we
Okay.
have a Google headquarters here in Ann Arbor.
Okay. In terms of the Facebook type thing that you made for TerraCorp, what kind of marketing did you have to do to get that off, or to to convince to use it to promote your business?
Well, we looked at the business needs first. I mean, when you're going to select any product, the first thing you got to do is create a list of the objectives that you want to meet and the goals that you want to achieve.
Are those more financially? Are those goals more typically financial based, or are they product based?
They're both financial and financial and business based.
Okay.
We had a list of requirements, and we did have a budget.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't just go out and say, I want the best platform to do something, because it may not be the best. It just might be the most expensive.
Yeah.
You got to see what meets your needs.
Okay.
And that's what we did. We created a list, and then I went out looking for vendors that could meet as many of those requirements as possible. I presented those vendors to the leadership team. We selected 3 top vendors, and then they created demos for us.
Okay.
As far as marketing the product to somebody else, no, we didn't do that. This was marketing it from the vendors
from within
to the
yourself.
leadership team.
Okay, that's understandable. So then, did they have to create a new website for this side?
Yeah, we have our own servers in house.
Okay.
And we run. It's a cloud-based. It's cloud-based environment, and basically it's a lot. It's basically Facebook. As a matter of fact, when I was on the team, I was not using Facebook. I did not have a Facebook account.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody, and I was in charge of selecting and working on the business plan and choosing the vendors. But I also had to work with a lot of people from our corporation who had input into this as well, especially from the leadership team. And a lot of them were already on Facebook. So they would say things like, well, we want it to act like Facebook. I don't know I don't know Facebook. I don't have Facebook. They said, you got to get a Facebook account. So I went and I got a Facebook account, filled in the profile, and I was recently divorced. So I put in divorced. And a woman that I've known for many, many years who was also divorced saw that and asked me out on a date, and she ended up being my girlfriend.
Okay.
So it was a weird coincidence, but it kind of tied business and pleasure together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you separate the two, you probably are gonna do too much of one or the other. Gotta have a good balance, it seems. Are you there? Are you there?
As long as she doesn't work for the company.
What? Sorry, what was that? The connection's a little spotty.
I said as long as you keep the two separate, business and pleasure, you're doing good.
Exactly. But okay, so since you mentioned it was similar to Facebook, what kind of legal requirement or licensing requirements did you have to get around or avoid in order to avoid copyright infringement and things like that?
Well, because the functionality of Facebook is not the application of Facebook, all we had to do is duplicate the functionality.
Okay.
So when we hired the company to create this internal or behind the firewall version of Facebook, we named it. We call it Connections. We put in security precautions that we wanted, and we put on the types of functionality that we liked, and we actually are much smarter than Facebook because we saw things that they haven't seen or that the average person wouldn't use, but a business person might. So basically, we kind of made it Facebook's on steroids.
So yeah, so it's a more business-oriented Facebook. Yeah. It's Facebook for business, basically.
Right.
Okay, I understand.
And since we worked with this third-party company to do the creation, the licensing and everything is all up to them. It's their code, so we just pay them for doing what we ask them to do. Okay,
so since
and it's cheap.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask you what kind of employees then do you hire? What do they do? Probably
cost us $1 million for the initial release.
What's that?
$1 Over $1 million for the initial release.
Okay. And was that just for, like, was that the IPO or?
That's what we were expecting.
Okay.
No, they weren't already an existing company, but what we did was we asked them to create a special version of their product based on our requirements, and it cost us about $1 million.
All right. And then is your company going more towards an internet basis then, or more towards?
No. Our company, data. Every corporation in the world has data.
Yes.
And you never get rid of data.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You look at your computer hard drives, right? Now, just imagine a company. For example, we do Walmart.
Okay.
Walmart and eBay and Yahoo, we do all of them, right? They're big companies. And they never get rid of data. So what that means is once they're locked into our technology, we keep selling them hardware and services.
Okay.
And that's why we're so successful. eBay is 94 petabytes, which is a huge amount of data.
Mm-hmm.
In 5 years, they'll probably be 3 times that.
Yeah.
And we sell them both the hardware and the professional services to be successful. We also sell things like CRM, which is customer relationship management tools. What that does is it allows you to analyze your data and pick the appropriate person pick the right advertisement to send to the right person at the right time. So for example, in the past, a store like Walmart would spend $1 million and saturate a area of a state with flyers or ads, and they might get 3% hit, right?
Yeah.
But using our tools and our data and analyzing it properly using the right metrics, we can actually target people that we know will pay attention to the ad.
Okay.
Based on their past performance, their past needs, what we predict to be their future performance or future needs, and any event, like say they just inherited a lot of money, and you're a stock brokerage house and you're targeting people who just got a lot of money in the area. By doing this, we've been able to improve the relationship between a company and the people that they're trying to attract from 3% to over 20%.
Okay.
Now, as a company, you pay less money and get more results.
Okay.
And that's what they like.
I see.
And that's another reason why we're successful.
All right. We're about running out of time, so one of the last questions, what would be the best advice you could give somebody starting out in a business?
The best advice I would give somebody is watch your back and watch your wallet. The two biggest things that screw people up is they don't take the time to make sure that their technology and their products are protected legally. And then that can screw you up because somebody can take it away from you, and if they can do it for cheaper,
you can have a brilliant idea and have it taken right out of your hands.
Like the idea that we just talked about, right? Those are protected. And the other thing is watch your wallet. It's very easy in a startup company to lose control of your financing. And just like a household, if you don't have control of your financing, you don't have control of your life.
Yeah.
Banks do. And it's amazing how many businesses go under because they overspend and they don't have a decent projection or business plan to protect them from losing their business.
Okay. Awesome. Well, I think that about wraps it up.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much again, Richard. I'm glad that you could help.
All right, you take it easy. If you need more information, you know where we have FaceTime working now. Skype working, so yes, we're good to go.
Yep.
If you need me again, you're fine, and you're probably going to be up here next week anyway. So when you get here, you'll have a blast.
Yep, I can't wait to see you in person. Thank you so much again, Richard.
All right, take it easy, buddy. Have a nice one. You have a nice day.
All right, thank you. You too.
Bye.